this time next week or this next Saturday, right? If Cork beat Clare, Limerick,
next Sunday.
Sorry, next Sunday.
Yeah.
If Cork beat Clare, Tipperary can knock Limerick out of the championship. If Limerick lose either of their last two games, they're gone. We didn't expect that at the start of the year.
There was questions I would have about Limerick, and this is the only question I had, and we had a discussion about it before the championship started. I said, one thing that will come to Limerick is, will they have the hunger? That is a huge thing now. Will they have the hunger? Because they're there for 6 years now, Shane. They have 4 All-Irelands won. They have Hurlers of the Year. They have All-Stars. They have everything got. It's a question of hunger for Limerick now. It's a question of hunger. Maybe these 3 weeks that they have off will bring that hunger back. Maybe now they see, geez, this is dangerous, lads. We're in trouble here. Maybe that will bring him on. Maybe it was a great thing for maybe that Clare beat him in the Gaelic grounds, because they are under pressure going to Thurles, no doubt about that. They're under pressure going down to Thurles, but you'd have to say, you'd have to still fancy him, that they will put up. Now, Tipperary played well against Clare in Innis, but they could have been taken in Innis too, Shane. You were there at that game, just mistakes by Clare that cost them on the day. So Tipperary could have been in trouble next week as well. Now people would say automatically, and I think this is the plus for Limerick, that Waterford are gone. Because even if Tip are under pressure next Sunday, they say, we will beat Waterford in Thurles, and we will be through, maybe, if not in the Munster final, we'll be the third team. So I think that's taken pressure off of Tipperary. All the pressure now is on Limerick. And we'll see what Limerick, we know what they're made of course. We'll see what they're made of next Sunday because there is real pressure. And of course, they will know the result in Innis before they go out onto the field as well. So that's a huge plus for them. If Cork happen to win in Innis, and Limerick happen to get beat, well, then we know who the 3 teams are coming out of Munster. If Tip and Cork win next Sunday, the Munster final is between Tip and Cork. And Clare are through the 13. Pardon?
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Oh Jesus, we don't want to see that. You know what I mean? As much and all now as you see but I think if Clare, it's in their own hands next week, Clare and Limerick. If Clare and Limerick win their 2 games that's left, they're in the Munster final again. And I think everyone, you'd love to see that, lads.
Oh, yeah.
You'd love to see that again, you know what I mean? Because they have produced some classics now in the last 2 years, really. You know what I mean? So I think if them 2 teams can win next Sunday, I think you'd have a great Munster final again, and I think you'd not only need the Phoenix Park, I'd say, to get the crowd, you know what I mean? Because everyone would be, you could play it in Crow Park and fill it, I'd say, you know what I mean? But look, that's the way it is. There's a lot to be played for yet. I don't think anyone is thinking like that. Any of these camps are thinking like that. I'm just thinking they're thinking about next Sunday. I'm sure Pat Ryan, Brian Lohan, Kylie and Liam Cahill, all they're thinking of is next Sunday's game, get over the line here, and we're still in the championship, because you could be out of the championship too as well, So look, it's all to play for. And isn't it great? Isn't it great? You know what I mean? That you'll be looking at the matches next Sunday and you're saying, Shane, you'll probably go to Thurles next Sunday, will you?
Yeah.
You won't come to Innis, Shane, no?
I'm not welcome down there, I find.
Who give out you, Shane?
Clinch and the boys at Clare FM will be on my case. Well, they're very quiet. They were very quiet after the match the last day, but he had a lot of John on the way in.
Oh, they were John, you were there?
Yeah.
Well, you have all my sympathy, Shane. If we don't shut up, Shane, I'll start crying for you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Shane, wasn't it great to get John going in anyway? You know what I mean? But sure, look, you see that game, Shane. It was a good game, but I thought Clare could have got something out of the game.
Yeah.
And that's not because I'm a Clare man. I'm saying that I thought they were in a good position to get something out. But still, I think they scored 3-23. Now, the big issue for Clare is next Sunday, I think, anyways, will David McInerney and Aidan McCarthy be okay? They'd be really massive losses. Like if we were missing now, we could do without it. We could do without Aidan McCarthy last Saturday, but I don't think you can do without him this Sunday. You need every good player you have, especially a first 15 player. You need him. And whatever subs coming on. I was impressed with Young Meehan when he came on as well. So Clare have a reasonably good panel. Cork, I think, against Tipperary, I thought Tip could have won that game. They were in a winning position maybe twice in that game, but they still didn't win it. Cork are showing a bit of steel and a bit of character as well, But like Innis isn't an easy place to come to and win now, But
unless you're Tip.
the last few years.
I wasn't going to say that now, Michael. You know what I mean? You know.
Well, it's like this, Tony. He was going to say it, so I said I'd say it.
Yeah, maybe it's better you said it, Michael. Yeah, maybe it's better you said it. But I just believe that Cork will come. You know, Pat Ryan will target this. If Pat Ryan gets a draw next Sunday, you know, he'd be happy enough, I'd say, as well. You know, because they have Limerick in the last game. Now, you know, if Limerick win against Tip and Cork win into Limerick, that's a big ask. You know, so Cork will really be all out next Sunday to get something out of Innis. You know, but you know, I'm sure Brian Lohan will let the boys all out as well. You know, Innis is a very hard place to play in, as you know. The crowd is completely up on top of you. I think it's a great venue. I think it's a great venue for a championship game. I'd also think, and I'd love if there was lights in Innis. I think to be a great place for a Saturday night game, you know, a great atmosphere and things like that with the crowd that could be grinding there, you know. So, but obviously there isn't lights there now, but hopefully they will in time to come, you know. But hopefully, look, we'll get the games, lads, that we deserve next weekend, you know. And I know, Shane, you'll be very nervous below in Thurles, you know, and you know, Shane, is it possible to have a clear Tip Munster final as well?
Wouldn't we love that now? Justice for 97, maybe.
Oh, you're still looking for justice for that,
Well, I'm down
you got your chance of a justice to that a month afterwards, and you weren't there to take it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, when
No, look at it. Pardon?
When did Clare last win Munster?
98. 98,
years.
which was against Waterford, yeah. That fateful day in Thurles, yeah, that's the last time. Actually, Clare are the only team that hasn't won Munster in the last number of years, really. They haven't won Munster in 25 years, really, you know.
Breaks my heart.
I can see that you're crying even. Give them the tissues there, you know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, look, it's just they have done well though, you know, they're competing, and I'm glad to as a Clare man, I'm proud to say that, you know, with minors and going to Limerick this season to the under-20s and things like that. It's great to see youngsters coming on as well. You know, that is the future of the game, and good management in places for the teams as well, you know, and it's great to see that. They're doing great work. A lot of people are doing great work, and I think, you know, especially I suppose the senior team are giving them all the lead where they're lifting all boats really, you know, and that's a good thing. And look, at maybe they'll lift more on Sunday if they can get over Cork, but that's not going to be easy. That's going to be a really tough game now.